Hey guys, quick update. So this is HoTT telemetry working via soft serial. This is the Olimex Xeno board here. This is a soft serial output. It hooks up to a little board like here. You can see the diode here, which is needed to connect the receiver and the transmit pins over to the telemetry receiver. Basically, you just connect up the diode between the two RX and TX pins and then hook the output into the receiver. Anyway, you can see on the scope here there's some data. The blue lines that go downwards are, if I pause the oscilloscope, the transmission of data, telemetry data requests, and we can see here it's got 88A, and that's a request for some telemetry data. If I zoom back out on the scope, let's go on 50 millisecond or so. And when it feels like it, the transmitter will ask the receiver to do various different, respond with various different telemetry packets. And there's one that just came through there. Let me pause that for a second. So what we can see here, oh crap, I'm sorry I moved it around too far, is, now if we look at the blue line, this is the transmit and receive pin, which is hooked up to the receiver there. So that's the scope input here, which is the blue one, which goes to there, which is the second channel over here. So what you'll see is that it'll transmit a request, and we can see that request like so. If I zoom in a little bit, and there's a request 88E, and the code that I've written basically makes it respond with appropriate data such that it's displayed on the telemetry screen. So we can see here the timings between each of the responses is 3 milliseconds like it's supposed to be, and if we scroll that across we can see each byte in the response is 3 milliseconds apart, which is great. So this 3 millisecond packet, data bytes basically make up the packet, and there's a whole bunch of bytes in the packet that make the response. That gets transmitted by the receiver back to the transmitter, and it eventually shows you various different bits of data on the screen. So here you can see like battery voltage and so on. There's not much in terms of data there yet because it's work in progress, but you can see here like a battery alarm is working. This is just a test battery alarm, but the main thing is the data's getting back to it, and it gets back without interfering with the flight of the quadcopter. The previous implementation basically waited for a request that came in and then immediately transmitted the response, but that then held up all the flight code. The current implementation doesn't do that, it doesn't interfere with it. And there we are. So basically that works, and it works via soft serial. And if you're using Cleanflight, you can also use the STM32F3 board, and you can actually hook it up to UART2 and use parallel PPM, which you can't do on the 103 boards over here. There we go. Alright, enjoy.